It's working! Oh my gosh, it's working! Okay, this is a miracle. Okay, hi people. Finally our audio started working. So guess what? We just beat the Ender Dragon. And
For the second blobbing
time in one day. Look, I
you?
just right-clicked it and it got there.
You right-clicked it?
Yes, I'm too scared to left-click it. Do you want to see what happens if we left-click it?
Sure.
No! I just murdered him. Okay, who's ready to see the world's most boring thing?
Here we go.
Who's ready for this? Okay.
We're going to read it for you.
Rainbow is the green. And me, Pinky, is the blue. I'll get this keyboard out of the way so you people can get better already. Oh, we should have turned on our sound, our music. We should have. That would be so nice. Okay, I see the player you mean.
Over 9064?
Come on. Yes, take care. It has reached a higher level now. It can read our thoughts.
They're talking about the dumb egg.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. It thinks we are part of the game. Wait a minute.
I like this player. It worked well. It played well. It did not give up. Sorry, that's my cake.
It is reading our thoughts as we go through the words on the screen.
That is how it chooses to imagine many things when it is deep dream of game.
Words make wonderful interface. Very flexible and less terrifying than starting at the reality behind the screen.
They used to hear voices before players could read. Back in the days when those who did not play called the players witches and warlocks. When the players dreamed, they flew through the air on sticks powered by demons. That sounds horrible.
What did this player dream?
This player dreamed of sunlight and trees, of fire and water. It dreamed it created, and it dreamed that it destroyed. It dreamed it hunted and was hunted. It dreamed of shelter.
I know how to catch the egg now.
Okay.
The original interface a million years old and it still works. But the true structure did this player create in the reality behind the screen.
It worked with a million others to sculpt a true world in the fold of the blah 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 and created the blah blah for blah and the blah.
It cannot read that thought.
No, it has not yet reached the highest level. That it must achieve in the long dream of life, not the short dream of a game.
Does it know that we love it? That the universe is kind?
Sometimes, through the noise of its thoughts, it hears the universe. Yes.
But there are times it is sad in the long dream. It creates worlds that have no summer, and it shivers under a black sun, and it takes its sad creation for reality.
To cure if its sorrow would destroy it. The sorrow is part of its own private task. We cannot interfere.
Sometimes when they are in deep dreams, I want to tell them they are building true worlds in reality. Sometimes I want to tell them their importance to the universe. Sometimes when they have not made a true connection in a while, I want to help them to speak the word they fear.
It reads our thoughts.
Sometimes I do not care. Sometimes I wish to tell them this word, the truth is merely, I don't know, and I don't know. I wish to tell them that they are, I don't know, and I don't know. They see a little reality in their long dream.
And yet they play the game.
But it would be so easy to tell them.
Too strong for us dream. To tell them how to live is to prevent them living.
I'll not tell the player how to live.
The player is growing restless.
I'll tell the player a story.
But not the truth.
No, a story that contains the truth safely in a cage of words. Not the naked truth that can burn over any distance. That sounds like the Bible.
Give it a body again.
Yes, player.
Use its name.
Over 9064. Player of games.
Good.
Take a breath now. Take another. Feel air in your lungs. Let your limbs return. Yes, move your fingers. Have a body again. Under gravity, in air, to spawn in a long dream. There you are, your body touching the universe again, at every point. As though you were separate things. As though we were separate things.
Who are we? One spirit called the Spirit of the Mountain. Father Sun, Mother Moon. Ancestral spirits, animal spirits, jinn, ghosts, the Green Man, then gods, demons, angels, poltergeists, aliens, extraterrestrials, leptons, quarks. The words change. We do not change.
We are the universe. We are everything you think isn't you. You are looking at us now. Though your skin and your eyes and the way the universe touch your skin and throw light on you. To see you, player, to know you, and to show, I shall tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a player.
That player was over
9,064. Sometimes it thought itself human on a thin crust of a spinning globe of molten rock, and a ball of molten rock, a ball of, I don't know, molten tree.
Okay, blah blah blah, something about science, something about potatoes.
Sometimes the player dreamed it was moving around the surface of the world. It felt flat and infinite. The sun was a square of light, and days were short. There was too much to do. The death was temporary events.
And sometimes the player dreamed it was lost in a story.
Sometimes the player dreamed it was over things in other places. Sometimes these dreams were disturbing, sometimes very beautiful indeed. Sometimes the player woke from one dream and then woke up from a third.
Sometimes the player dreamed to watch words on a screen.
Let's go back. The atoms of the player were scattered in the grass, in the rivers. In the player of the ground, a woman gathered the atoms, and she drank and ate and inhaled the woman, and assembled the player in her body.
Ew.
And the player awoke from the warm and dark world of the mother's body into the long dream. And the player is a new story never told before, written in the language of DNA. And the player was new and foreign, never created by billions of years old. And the player was new human, never alive before, made from nothing but milk and love.
You are the player, the story, the program, the human, made from nothing but milk and love.
Let's go further back. The 7 billion atoms of the player's body were created long before the gamut in the heart of the stars. So the player is too information in the star and moves from the story, which a great force of information, planted by a man called Julian on the flat infinite world, and created by inhabits a universe created by.
Shush. Sometimes the player created a small private world that was soft and warm and simple. Sometimes hard and cold and complicated. Sometimes it built a model of the universe in place, flux of energy moving fast, electrons and protons.
Sometimes it called them planets and stars. Sometimes it believed it was in the universe that was made of energy and made of lots and joins, zeros and ones and yeah, you know.
So it's something about sides and something about potatoes. You're the player reading words.
Shush. Sometimes the player read lines of code on the screen, decoded them into words, decoded words into meaning, decoded meaning into feelings, emotions, theories, ideas. The player started to breathe faster and deeper, realized it was alive. It was alive. Thousands of deaths been real. The player was alive.
You are alive.
Sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the sunlight that came through the shuffling leaves of the summer trees.
And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the light that fell from the crisp night sky of winter, reflected light in the corner of the planet, something about science and food.
And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the zeros and ones, through the electricity of the world, through the squealing of the words, and the screen at the end of the dream.
And the universe said, I love you.
And the universe said, you have played the game well.
And the universe said, everything you need is within you.
And the universe said, you are stronger than you know.
And the universe said, you are daylight.
The universe said, you are the night.
And the universe said, your darkness you fight is within you.
And the universe said, the light you seek is within you.
And the universe said, you're not alone. You're not alone.
And the universe said, you are not separate from every other thing.
And the universe said, you are the universe, tasting itself, talking to itself, reading its own code.
And the universe said, I love you because you are love.
And the game was over, and the player woke up from the dream, and the player woke up from the dream, began a new dream, and the player dream again, and dream again, and the player is full of love. You're the player. Wake up.
And
that's all we can do.
Oh, sorry, we have no choice but to stop this right now because we are over our limit.